Hello, I finished. I feel a little bit deranged. A little bit. I'll be honest, whatever you're about to watch is my raw, unfiltered reaction to this book because I haven't spoken about it to anyone since I finished. This is a book review. First half is going to be spoiler free, second half is going to be spoiler full. So let's get into the spoiler free version and see if I recommend this book. All in all, I rated this book 3.5 stars out of 5. Now, before I start talking about this book, I need you to understand one thing about me. I don't watch scary movies, I don't watch thrillers, I don't watch scary murder documentaries, I don't watch 60 Minutes, I don't watch whatever newest murder trial is going on at the moment. I stay away from those things because I don't want to live in fear, and if I open myself up to those things, guess what? I'll be living in fear. Now, this book is called the Mindfuck series. It's really 5 books in one book. It's a nice thickness, but I'll show you the text. The font is a pretty decent size. I want to say it's like 13 or 14 point. Did I fly through this book? I did, in the sense of I wanted to keep reading it. I held myself back from consuming too much at a time because, again, I am a baby, I am sensitive. This book follows Lana, who is a serial killer. The reason for killing is revenge. However, you find out throughout the book why she needs that revenge. She ends up like bumping into this guy, like really cute. His name is Logan, whatever. He ends up being an FBI agent who ends up getting assigned to her case. So the whole time they're like a thing. They do end up entangled, and she's the murderer that he's trying to find. So it is a great plot. Great storyline, extremely creative. It kept me on my toes. It has a lot of trauma in it. So here are the trigger warnings because a lot of stuff that was explained, said in this book was a little bit hard to read for me just because I feel many things all the time. Trigger warnings for this book, take them very seriously because this book is very graphic, very descriptive. I was crying through some of these scenes, but if you're into that, you'll probably love this book. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 because some parts were really hard for me to read and I had to really just push through and just swallow the lump in my throat. It is well written. I love the characters. I love that it's almost all dialogue, which, you read through quickly. I would highly recommend this book. Awesome female lead, but also you're scared of her, but also you're proud of her, but also you're confused the whole time till the end. So yeah, I would really recommend this. If you enjoy gory details, if you enjoy crime documentaries, if you enjoy 60 Minutes, you will devour this book. You will love this book. Now we're getting into the spoiler full version, so once you finish this book, come back and watch it if you want. I was breaking at the scenes of abuse that Lana and her brother had to go through, or Victoria and her brother Marcus. And her dad, oh my gosh, her dad, I felt so it was heavy. It was unexpectedly heavy. I felt reading this book almost so sad for these characters. I didn't feel like any part of me was oh, don't worry, it's fake. It felt so real. It felt so real, and maybe it's because it was extremely descriptive. Just the idea of that group of boys abusing her and her brother honestly put some fear in my heart because I was you know what? This is a book, this is a story, but people are really this, evil. People are really this scary. People are really this demented. This book did leave me sleeping with one eye open for a little bit. I was not expecting the ending. I really didn't know how Logan was going to react. The scene in the cabin where he comes back and he knows, and then they have sex, but it's he's angry, and then he leaves her tied up. I was fuming for her. Granted, he did think she was that other chick, and he kind of was you're literally sick in the head. And he did take it back when he realized she was actually Victoria, but still, that scene was really crazy. It almost made me feel he was Logan was one of them, one of the evil group, because I was who does that? Who does that for real? Who does that? Even if she was crazy, I get it, your heart's in it, you're in love with her, but it's also what? It almost felt borderline I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. Can we please have a standing ovation for Jake? He carried. Also, Jake ending up with Hadley. So happy for them. It's funny too because they're the same person, but also not. I didn't know what Logan was gonna do. I was honestly scared. I was like, this guy, I don't know if he's demented enough to actually like accept her and love her. I really enjoyed the fact that Lana was severely untouchable until really the end where she got shot at. I didn't fully sympathize with Lana and her goal of revenge until those scenes of abuse were explained and depicted, because I kind of really felt scared. I was like, what is wrong with this girl? Like, okay, you have a plan for revenge and like you want to ruin people's lives, but like, was it really that serious? And yes, it was. And yes, it was. I really enjoyed hearing about her murdering Hadley's stepdad, the photos of those kids, and like the fact that he literally murdered them. I'm glad he's dead. Also, the ending where Logan and Lana go to that yacht, he basically brought her a serial rapist and murderer so she could murder and abuse him. Literally, it was hilarious in the book where he said she has special needs. And like, normally when you say special needs, you mean someone with a mental disability because they're special needs. They have special needs. But the fact that he like said it in such a like word for word phrase where he was just like, oh yes, she has special needs and I understand that. And like, that's hilarious to me. That ending was like scary, but also I was like, okay, but also I was like, I support them. I thought really for a second Lana could have died in that, what is it, chapel, church, whatever. I'm so happy she didn't. Yeah, I don't know, just good ending, good feeling at the end. The fact that Lana named her cat Bennett. You named your cat after me? Too good. Too good. Whoever S.C. Abby is, thank you. Thank you for bringing such a breath of fresh air into my life. It actually felt suffocating sometimes. I'm just so happy I read it. Too good. Anyway, the next book I'm reading is the Twisted series by Anna Huang. So stay tuned for that book review. I'm almost done with the first one. The other 3 are right here. If you've read anything else by S.T. Abby that is really good and I should read, let me know too.